for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment, that's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
Bigger, better, petty, don't matter. Far as the teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been to prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. Say, what you talking that funky, about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that, that might give you life advice. Get some money.
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them. Now in his 8th year in the NFL.
Remember we were kids and they all said, hey, whatever you want to do, make your kid a left-handed pitcher, make them play baseball, they'll play forever. Forget that. I want a quarterback, all right? That's what I want to raise. In this era where you throw it around like crazy, you put up numbers like he did in his last game.
Last week, almost 500 yards. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. The Falcons at 14-1 now on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And complete to Drake London. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Up the middle they go. Stanley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, Rich. Got a man, it's London. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. On 1st down, Rich throws right back to London, complete again. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Rich firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Yeah, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Back to throw. Goddard. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 33. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. On second down now. It's Stanley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased, and he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards, and the guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Goddard. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Goddard. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. To throw on third down. Goddard. It's complete to Fuller. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throwing on first down. Goddard. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. The numbers for Moore last week, well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
On second down, it's Leonard. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Rich. And his throw here's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Falcons send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Hands it off out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. On 1st and 10, Goddard. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. "38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's Young. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Rich. He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Goddard. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Christian Barmore in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, Goddard. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Off play action. Goddard. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and 2. Goddard, quick slant, caught by Moore. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Goddard. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll run on 1st down. Leonard, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Leonard down to the 25. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
To throw on 2nd down, Rich. He finds his man, complete. That's Harper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Stanley. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. Rich. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Stanley. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Goddard throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Looking to throw. Rich. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Falcons!
Drake London,
His 9th touchdown of the season.
and the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And the Panthers coming out now. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goddard.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Goddard. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. Ready? 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On third down, Stanley. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over first and 10.
Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Looking to throw. Goddard. Again, he finds more.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the gun on third down, Goddard. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, and it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. The Browns looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Justin Herbert, another strong performance as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. The Packers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Fields it right around the goal line, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On first down, Rich. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Rich going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Rich got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. It's Stanley.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Rich. That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Stanley. And he is going to have a Falcons. First down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. Throwing on first down, Rich. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. To throw on second down. Rich got London on a slant. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Off the play fake. Rich. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it is now 21-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Christian Barmore getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
To throw on 3rd down, Goddard. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is brought in at the 21. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team. Yeah,
been a good leadership and a good distributor. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. On 3rd and 2, Rich. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw. Rich. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. This pass is caught by London. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, Rich. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point right down the middle. And it is 28-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Over the middle, it's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Goddard. And he's got his man on the out route. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
On first down, Goddard. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off play action. Goddard. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Goddard. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Quickly into the hands of Fuller. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich into the hands of London. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Rich. Throw left side complete. That's Stanley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, Stanley. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Falcons have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive.
Goddard. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Back to throw. Goddard. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.